Today we're going to talk about a story that is shaking up Frostburg University, and before we dive into that story, it's worth mentioning that very little has been reported about this incident. I hope that changes very soon. But for now, here are the facts and here's what we know. On the morning of May 6th, at an off-campus student rental property located near Frostburg State University, a Maryland man was shot and killed. 3 other people were injured in this shooting. According to authorities, the incident happened about 12:10 a.m. during a party at an East College Avenue residence. Upon arrival, police found 20-year-old Alexander Ramon Redondo and 2 women at the residence who had sustained gunshot wounds. Redondo was taken to the hospital but later died that morning. According to what we know at this time, the wounded women were students at Frostburg State University and Redondo was not a student. At this time, there has not been any information about any leads to a suspect. Of course, we hope that changes sometime soon. The Combined County Criminal Investigators Unit with Allegheny County, Maryland, put out the following press release. On Sunday morning, May 7th, 2023, at 12:10 a.m., the Frostburg Police and Frostburg State University Police responded to an off-campus student rental on East College Avenue for a reported shooting. When officers arrived, they located a 20-year-old male victim who had been shot. The victim was transported to UPMC, Western Maryland, for emergency medical treatment of his injuries, but eventually was pronounced dead. 2 other female victims were also victims of gunshots. One of the victims was transported to UPMC Western Maryland and the other to WVU Medicine's Potomac Valley Hospital in Kaiser, West Virginia for treatment of their injuries. Both are in stable condition. The president of Frostburg State University, Ronald Nowacek, emailed the student body the following the morning of the incident. Good morning. Tragically, 3 individuals were shot early this morning in an off-campus incident. 2 of the victims were FSU students and are being treated for their injuries at local hospitals. Our prayers and hope go out to these 2 students and their families. Our staff from Student Affairs is in contact with their families. Sadly, a non-FSU student passed away from injuries. The incident is under investigation, and there appears to be no continuing threat to anyone. The president followed up later that day with an email which read, "Good evening. We will continue to update the campus following last night's off-campus incident as more information becomes available. If at any time law enforcement believes there is a threat to campus, we will take every step to ensure the safety of our students, faculty, and staff. As always, campus safety is our highest priority." One concerned student wrote on the university's Yik Yak page the following: "No more parties. Everyone needs to just chill out and finish this semester and go home." At this point, I would like to be clear about something. To prepare for this news segment, I contacted the Allegheny County Sheriff's Office, the Frostburg City Police, Campus Police, and the president of Frostburg University, all of which would not provide comment. The questions I posed to the campus police who were on the scene that night were questions that were fair, like the question, what happened from the officer's perspective that night? How long did it take for the officers to arrive? What actions did your department take to locate a suspect that night? Have you located the suspect yet? What charges would you expect to bring in a case like this? And my favorite question that they won't answer is, should the students of Frostburg University even feel safe? To the president of Frostburg University, I put in 2 calls to your office and I emailed you to speak with you about this very important topic. You haven't responded yet, but I have a news flash for you. A lot of your students are pretty shaken up right now, and they would like to be assured that the university is going to take measurements that prioritize student safety. I would like your reaction to these events. I would like to know if you plan to change any policies to keep the students more safe. I would also like to know, just as a baseline question, whether or not, as a matter of safety, whether you prefer to keep your students on or off campus. Also, why did it take so long for the university to put out an alert that there was a shooting? Your invitation to have this discussion with me is indefinitely open. I'll close by saying that Frostburg students came to me because they feel like they are not getting through to you. I will be covering this story as further news develops. Thank you. Levi Trumbull, reporting in Frederick, Maryland.